Hi, welcome back to the next part of our tutorial series to build that couch here. Today we want to um, make the rest of the parts. Be careful with that and think on that I have the 2.79 version of Blender, so I have other shaders than you have when you have not the newest version. So we start here with UV unwrap them. We want to cut that in the middle. Before we can do that, we have to apply that modifier. So we don't need the subdivision in the moment. So we take first the mirror modifier, then we have that. Then we take a subdivision surface on it. Level 1 is enough. Then I apply that. I have that. And now we want to make texture on it. And to do that, we need to mark seam that. So we get this middle loop and go here by shading, mark seam, then mark all, and U to unwrap. You see what he writes? Non-uniform scale. That means we must apply that first. So object, apply, rotation scale. Edit mode, U, unwrap. Now we can put a texture on it. That we have to do with all our stuff there to get the good results. So at this picture, we need only the inner face because there we want to make a picture on. So there we mark seam. More we don't need. So that we must apply to. So apply rotation scale, then edit mode, U, unwrap. Good. Next one. Same, only this inner face, mark seam, mark all, U, unwrap. What we've forgotten to apply. So we apply rotation scale, U, unwrap. Then we have that here. Here we can make it complete mark seam because each side is another one. Because of that, we can do that. Apply that too and unwrap. So the same. No, here is the other. Here we cut only the top and the back face there. So that one, mark seam, the down part mark seam, and one of the back edges because take this one that you don't see because when the texture comes there, you will see that cut there, but you needed to unwrap that correctly. So, and here is the same, we must apply before the rotation scale and then unwrap that. Here the same, object, apply, rotation scale, edit mode, mark the down face, mark seam, top face, mark seam, and one of the bad edges, and then mark all, U, unwrap. Here normally we don't need it because we don't want to get their good textures on it. It is simple white later with some glossy on, and that is all. But okay, that is the right way to do it if you want to do there some specky textures. Good. So nearly that is done now. Apply and unwrap. So the table we have, file, save, and normally we don't need that for the other stuff I told you before, but in this case I will do that. So mark seam, object, apply, rotation scale, U, unwrap, good. That is our carpet later, so rotate X 90 on the bottom. There we don't need to unwrap because there comes no textures, there comes particle systems. So we have here our cushion. Here we make the same. We apply the modifier and we have that. Then we put there a subdivision on it. Level 1, apply them. Get here the middle line, mark them seam. Object, apply rotation scale, mark all, you unwrap. Good. Here, that is leather material later. Here we have a bad look there. I think we make them new later, or we get them a little bit more out. I think that is the better way. So we get here this face, then proportional connected editing, and grabbing in the Y, roll the middle mouse button that we only include the top face. Yeah, and then we have there a little bit better result for that. Okay. That we take at the other side to grab Y and outside. Okay. That should have an unwrap. So we give them here disable the proportional editing, get here this back loop completely and mark seam that. Then object, apply rotation scale, mark all, you unwrap. Good. We have here this round stuff. Here we do the outline from the down part and mark them seam, and we can take the back part here because nobody sees them later, so we can make their mark seam 2, and then that's done. Good. We have done that. We take here the apply and you unwrap. Here the same. Here we take the top line and mark them seam, and here the down line at the back there. So we get that. That is good. We unwrap. Oh, that was the wrong one. Control set to go back. What's happened here? Good. Don't know what happens here. Here doubles and some other features. I don't had them before. Ah, now it's normally okay. So yeah, we have done that. So apply rotation scale and unwrap that. Good. Discussion we have that we have that is the foot of it. It is a chrome material. Normally we need there no unwrap, but when we want to have scratches on them or something else, then we need it to an unwrap. So we make that, and we unwrap that so like it is in real. That are single parts, so it must be single um, cut there. Yeah, front and back, mark seam, and a downline where nobody sees that. That is here, mark seam, and this top part, there we can get the front face, mark seam, the back face, mark seam, and here these two lines there. So that one and that one, mark seam. Then we apply the rotation scale and you unwrap that. Good. File, save. Now we have here this Chrome thing too. So here top face mark seam, down part mark seam and a back edge mark seam, and we have to apply before rotation scale and smooth that, and then you to unwrap, and we see we have shading arrows there, so we get here an add split on that. Good. Then this here, there's the roads. There is the same as before. We take here one line and mark seam, and here one line, mark seam, and down line, and mark down seam. Okay, you to unwrap. You see this message again, so we must make here an apply rotation scale. Here you will then see the texture hasn't changing there, and I see we better make it on other, make it here on the side. So better is to make it here. There we don't see that too much, but there is another one there. So, okay, and unwrap. Good. Done that. For the down part, we made it. That we don't need to make. That here will need one. So we get here this down face completely mark seam, and we can give here one mark seam, and that was it. Because here it should be stretched over, that's better. So yeah, we take that. We must apply that before and unwrap that. Here is the same. With set, we see that better, that wireframe. So we go here, wireframe, and then we see through it. So we have that. And here, this line, mark seam. You unwrap. No, it's not applied. So, okay. That was the wrong one. So again, unwrap. And you see in the new method there are some other unwrapping methods in the new version, but don't care about that in a moment. So here, that unwrap, let me think short about it. The best way is to cut down here or at the end of that. This end is clear that we must close with F and give them a mark seam that is clear. Then we can mark here line, but then we have all of them. This one is to the outside, that to the inside, so I think we can take that line and mark seam, and then we see how it looks later. We will see that. Yeah, we want to have there later other color in that thing, so we have to get here a loop for that. That is that here, and that we can mark seam, but only the outlines. So mark seam that one and that one. There we can take then another texture. Good. Later we will come here little problems. I see that, but we will make it if we have that. So apply rotation scale and unwrap that. Good. So we have done that. File save. This had a black side. This picture is so new. make a material, give them a name here. We call it black simple. I thought black. Yep. Then we take here the new shader that I told you. Normally we will take their simple diffuse shader, but in this case we take the new one, the principled. That is the new shader that makes it like the PBR textures does it. That is for metallic specular antisophic Paulusien. You can see there some tutorials. I have self-made posted one. Um, you must look in my Facebook group. Good. This black should be black, so we go here to black, and the whole picture is black. That we don't want. We have here the preview, and we'll see what we have is a glossy one. When we don't want that, we go here a bit higher with the roughness. So we get there another like plastic or something else there. Good. Then we make a plus, new material, and we call it picture one. Pick one, and that is, I cut it out that picture with the GIMP, and now I put it in there. So we go edit mode, take the middle face there, and say picture one should be assigned to it. And this picture should be not a diffused, should be a principled shader 2. And it is an image, so we add texture, an image texture, and connect it with the base color and give them here that texture of this picture there. Let's go a little bit other thing. Where's the download there? Let's look. Yeah, that is it. Okay. So here you see the unwrap is wrong for that because we want to have the whole picture on that place there. So we have to do another method of unwrapping. And that means we press U and say unwrap project from view bounds. Then he makes the whole picture fits with that face there. And that's it. Then here we need the same, we need here a black one, so we make plus. Then here's the history, which materials we have. And there we can say we want to have black 2, a plus, and we want to have there, no, there we need another. So we make new material and call it picture 2. Same as before, we take here the principled shader and the texture and connect that with the color. Open up, and that was that one I cut it in GIMP. So only the front face there becomes this. Here's the unwrap, the same, it's wrong, so we make it again, and from view bounds, and it's all put it on. So we have done that pictures file save. Good. Here we have that foods of the legs of the table that we can make black too. So we give them here black, and to the other two black, black, and they're black. Good. Then this should be a white plastic glossy thing there. So make new, give them name, white, glossy. We take that principled shader and we see we have directly glossy material because we have no roughness in it. So we don't need to make it as before. You take diffuse shader and then add them with a glossy that makes it all in one step, and that is the good thing about that. Good. We have give them that material. That's good. This is the white glossy material that we want to have. And here the sideboard, there's that one that needs the same material, white glossy. Okay, done. So now we need the chrome for this things there. So we jump to that object, new, give them name chrome. Chrome is a completely glossy material. So we take here the again the principled shader, and now we want a complete glossy material in metallic. So we make here metallic as a 1, and you see we have a complete mirror. That is now complete mirror. We need a little roughness, but only a little. So we can bring it here to withhold the shift to a minimum of 0.003 or something else. Never get absolutely values. That's every time bad. So then the same as with the foot of the couch there. That is a chrome material too. So we give them here this chrome material. Good. File, save. Now we have two different colors of leather material. So we start with the dark one that we call new. We call it dark brown leather. Good. Here is a little bit other. You can download from textures.com leather materials, images, textures, and can put them on. In this case, I make that with an normal map. You can type in Google normal maps and then you can search them. So I take here the principled shader too. And now let me think, the normals is here. Yeah, okay. So we add an image texture. Then we take texture coordinates. Then we take in vector the mapping. We connect the UV that we made with the vector for the mapping and the vector from the mapping with the vector of the image. And then there comes the normal in, so we need another one, and that is called normal map as a vector. Put that there and use color with color. We have latent UV that we can plug in here, so UV map, and then we can connect normal with normal. So we have that because we have no picture in here, and here we need to get a normal map. So I told you I've had them from the internet that are all normal maps here, and here is one for letter. I must look where that is. Mhm. Here I have it, and you see what happens. That is the material that we have there. There's a letter material. Uh, we, we make it here to texture mode. That is the strongest, and the strong is in a moment too high. So we'll make them a little bit down. And surely we need a mix of two colors to see the difference between them. So we add here a shader, a mix shader, and file save because that is no stable version of a Blender. So be careful with that. Then we plug in here a second one. Now is a mix 50-50. We don't want to have that. And the roughness should be very much higher because of leather and no glossy material there, yeah. So roughness should be high. Good. We have now two colors. The one should be a dark brown that we have here. So we go to base color. There's a pipette. You take that and click there and he takes the color in it. He mixed that now with the white in 50-50 mode. That is bad, that we don't want. So we need a factor for mixing. We can take the color, I think. Yeah, now we have there a hard effect, but that white is too heavy for that. So I take there a light um, brown. So I take that brown and make it a little bit lighter, such like that. That's a good one. But you see the leather texture is a little bit great, I think. So we have to scale them. Here we can scale them in the mapping. So try here on 2 and 2. Then you see it gets bigger. So we must make it less. 0.5 and here 0.5. Then we have a better looking leather material. Good. Um, we have that dark one. So we give that to the cushion there too. So dark brown leather. Done. Then add these round things there too, and that here too, and this little one also. Good. File, save. Good. And now we need the same letter in a lighter material, and that one here, that grain. And the top one here is also brown dark, so we take that brown dark. Then we want to have that in a lighter color. So when we want to do some, we go on that object, we get this dark brown letter, and when you click here on the 7, then it makes a copy of that material. So it calls 001 is a new version, and now we can change here the values and have directly the same material without destroying the other. So we take the pipette and make it light color there, and here surely too, but a little bit lighter than the other to get that effect there. And when we look there, it is good. We only see that so bad because we have not the right light in the moment and so on. Later that will look other. Good. So this top round thing here needs the dark one too. The down part at this part too. And that too. Good. We done that. It's okay. File, save. So now comes a hard part. We make this carpet there, and there are thousands of hairs there, and the computer can crash anytime. So be careful, save often, and then we see. Good, we get our carpet. Then we go here to material and call it uh, carpet, and we say it should have no diffuse material. It should be have an hair material because we work with a particle shader system. So we go here to particle system, new, and then we can say not emit. We say hair, it should be. You see, it makes it to the down. So we rotate it in X 180 degrees so it looks up, and that is too long. So you have here the hair length, and there you can put them down to a better value, such like that. And now you see there are two less. We need 5,000 to that it looks halfway good. So we get 5,000. Be careful with that. I'd say that to you. That are a huge number. Here is our color that we made carpet. He used that for the particles. Then next thing is to set the children's, you have one of this hair, and when you use children, you can say one of these hairs should have X child. So here display are 10 childs. Each hair has 10 other hairs around that are called childs, and the render should be 100 of them. So that's very too much. So we go here to 20. In render 20, that is more than that, the double. So then we want to clump that it is not so even at all sides there, but that we make later. The one thing we have to do is they should have a thickness there, and that is here the thickness of each hair. You can get the values here from root to the tip, and the root is here 1. So we can do here with the scaling sum, and here with the tip sum that it comes more to that one, to 0.5. That takes a little to see that because you must calculate that for each thing there. That's huge, huge thing. I play around. The best is you play around all the time with all values to find your perfect value for that. And so you can try that. Good. We let it in a moment like it is. We use the clump effect later. Now carpet has the hairs comes out and down there. So we need to comb that. And that you can make in Blender. You have here the particle edit, and then you have that here, and then you have here comb. There you can say how strange should it comb. So we make it here less at the moment, and then we put them downwards. All little stuff there, a little out. Don't make it too accurate. It is the nature. The nature is sometimes not so accurate like we are. Then we bring there a little bit variations in and play a little there and there. And so we get there some strange looks. Good. But I see here I want to have there a down part, so we need to come that more to the side. Good. And make it here also. Come that down there, but not too much. Good. And here too. Good. And at the other side too. Good. Looks a little bit wider in a moment. We will see. Good. File, save, go back here to the object mode. You see that is now our capped. And we want to clamp that. I said it before, so we use clamp here and use that clamp too. Then we play a little with the values, thresholding, clamping, uniform, and you see that changes, and size, and random, and so play around with all these values that you have a good effect, that you think that is a good effect, yeah. So we played with that parting, we play a little bit with that, then the strongest there, and we should have there more random. So you see what happens when we get it too high, it is too fluffy there, and it's too much for a carpet. So we get there a little bit back, that it is not so huge difference. That can be a carpet that is used, some
guys run around it, over it. So we go back to material mode and give them here. The hair material should be a brown, dark brown, I think. So file, save. We look at it. That can take time. There are thousands. Things takes too long. So we go back if we can, but looks bad because that's too much. That's sure. Ah, okay. He tries, but a little bit heavy. So we hope we can go out. Must go here and deactivate its render, live rendering. Yeah, I only can wait that it accepts that. Yeah. Now we go back to material mode. We will see that later in the renderings. I must make that when I don't record at the same time like I do at the moment. That is too much for that computer here. Good. I try and try to get here out. When you have saved, you can crash Blender and start again, and all is there. But I don't know, have I saved? When have I saved? So I must try and wait. But I think it's crashed. We look at the task manager and task don't works. That is the bad news. So that was that. Okay, we have it. And it runs. Okay, good. Wonderful. So we save a new version of that file, save as couch 3, save. Then the next thing we can do is activate here in the new version denoising that we need. Then we render in 128 and he renders it as 500. So that looks very much better with less time to render that. That is good. So then I have taken here background, world background, environment with room, I think I must look. It is interior, so I take a room. Interior here, that is a lighter one, that is a darker one. I think I take that here. So then without ambient, we have one sun. We have them here. That should look through it. So we bring them a little rotation there and a little rotation on the set. Rotate set. Global axis. Good. Then that sun should have a sharp um, shadow. So we go in here and type there 003 or something. 7 is good and it casts shadows. That is perfect for us. Then what is that? There's something. Ah, okay. It was a little rough there. And that one is rough too. There we must change the strange and the size of the texture, surely. Good. But we done it for that at the moment. I only want to make this background there first. So add mesh plane, rotate X 90, scale up, bring it in front. So we see we have here a wall, and then comes their outer wall. So we take here that line and extrude them to that. That is that here. And then we go here to the side. So we extrude it to that size there. Then you see there comes something else and go down under. So extrude in the Y and extrude to the X. That is it for this wall. And then we have here another wall. And that should be here. So with Shift D, we duplicate that edge there and extrude that to this side. So we have exactly that room that we made there. Good. We bring that to the side. It should have a bottom too. So we can get here simple plane and pull it under. So get a plane, mesh, scale up, and we have the bottom. Good. Grab it, position it, done. Good. That all needs an unwrap for sure. So we have to mark seam that again, and there are three different colors. The one is dark, that is lighter, and that is white. So we can get their mark seam here, this mark seam, then this two here the same, and the rest is white. So we have to cut there, and here the top line complete, and the down line complete, and the last. So then this one is only one, so we can complete mark seam. And then we take all that stuff and apply the rotation scale and set the origin to the geometry, and then we unwrap that. Good. Here the same, we mark seam that thing, look from the top, and you unwrap. Good. We apply rotation scale. Good. We done that. So we can make here, we call it in Germany puts for the walls there. So we make here new material with puts 1. That is the darker. Oh, we call it dark. So here's English I need in German. So puts dark 1. Okay. And then we need a second material puts middle 1, and another one puts white. Good. That we have the textures for that. You can get under textures.com. Oh, that was the wrong one. That one needs it. So we put it in there. Puts dark. Puts middle. Wow. Plus dark. Plus white. That one here needs that not, so we can delete it here with minus and give them here a name bottom. Okay. So I have different materials for that puts there. So I take here this principled shader again and give them an image as the base color and open up that. That is from textures.com, I said before. There you can download many of them. Must look where I have it. Here. I will take for that room, I think a light one. It's not so easy that I thought. I think that one can be look good. Yeah, but it is too glossy, so make the roughness very high. It's paper. Then we have the white one. So we assign that for all in the moment. That is our texture there. We surely must scale that to the right size. So we add here a texture coordinate like before. Um, Mapping node, connect UV with vector texture, and then we have that image texture there. Now we can play with the size. So we have that. That is a good one. Denoising we have in. We only must change the colors then for dark and white and the other stuff there. So I don't take it as a base color. I take it as roughness value. So I have the same one if I mix that with the other one. So get here mix shader and bring them there too and get that as a factor, and then I give them here a little bit darker one, and you see now the texture comes through it, and so I can handle the color of them. We have in a moment that one here that can be a little bit more white, and that here should be a white too, and that here a little bit darker but not too dark. Yeah, it's good. So we need 3 of these materials. So we make here an a plus for that. So not a fake one. We need another one. No, we make a fake one. Okay. So we make here plus and disable this fake shit again. But we will see. Um, this white one, and we have the normally white. Yeah. So that one we can make to the dark one. That means we can take here the color with pipette of that here, dark brown, and here also pipette dark brown. Then we have that one, and that only should be at the start. So only all should have the white, so plus, and puts white, but without fake shit. So, and accept that, good. And the last one here should be the dark one, so we assign here the dark. Good. Then the middle is a gray or something else there. So we take there a gray or a light. So middle. Middle should be the same as this one, but we call it other. So give them affecting 2, disable that. I don't know why that happens here, but okay. We will get here all, so we can type here A to select all, Control C to copy that complete material, go to puts middle, and Control V to input it. Then we can kick the things that was there, and now we can take the lighter color there, here, base material there, and here too, Then we have the lighter gray there and assign that to that wall. That should be the white one and that should be the middle one. So we click here and give them the middle one. Good. If we need to change them, we can change it easily by tweaking here the lights. That isn't the problem. Good. This here needs this bottom texture. So here's the same. We take here the principled shader by a texture, open up that, and I have there some for the bottom from textures.com. So I must look where's the right one for that. That here can look good. Yeah, there's another one, but who cares? Oh, yeah. We should rotate that because it's the wrong direction. So we make here another window, open UV image editor, and then we can rotate 90, and then we have it in this size. We want to change the size of it, so we add the texture coordinates and the mapping. So vector to vector and vector to vector texture. So 0.2 and 0.2. Yeah, shiny one.